Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is James, and we're continuing our playthrough of Grand Theft Auto 5 and showing you how to get the most money possible. Now, here we are on a Thursday afternoon at about a quarter to 7, and we had to wait a whole week, which we have had to do for a couple of these stocks, to finally get our 100% increase on our stock. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through and sell our stock and look at Franklin's total, 1,987,000,000. Now that's a lot of money. I'm going to come back to him in just a second, but let's go through and swap to everybody else and sell theirs before we invest in our next stock, because there are things I want to do with each character before we invest in Gold Coast. Because, like I said before, the max amount you can have is 2,147,483,468. Now, if we go through and invest all this in Gold Coast and we get the 80% return that we should get, we ain't gonna get all the money we're supposed to get. So what I am going to do is I'm going to solve that problem. Michael should already be there. Yeah, see, my return was only 996,000. Even though it says I got well, you see there, $2,147,483,648. That's the most we can get. Period. So we're gonna go. Well, come on, I want to sell. It's not letting me sell for Michael. I'll come back to him. I don't understand that. Let's go to Trevor. I may have to go and sell him little by little with Michael, and that's going to take some time, and it's really going to stink, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
I just want you to keep me warm.
With Trevor, we're going to be pretty doggone close. If with Franklin we're at 1.9, we should be really close to what we got. 2,029,000,000, so we're about 120 million shy. Now, what do we need to buy for let's go ahead and get him a place to store some boats. And we're fixing to spend a lot of this money well, some of this money, we can't spend a lot. But we're going to spend some of this money to make that 2 billion we have go down some. Trying to think, do we have him a garage? Let's come over here, buy a marina, confirm the purchase. Boats purchased from websites so that you dock and this slip will be stored here. We can select which boat we want. and we can go take a ride out in the Atlantic or the Pacific, whichever one they want to call it. Now we're going to open up our chest. Well, let's make sure we got himself a garage. I don't even know if we have his garage. Nope, we ain't bought his garage yet, so we're going to do that before we do anything else. Because we might as well spend this money while we have the chance to spend it, right? Now, where Trevor's garage is, we used as a drop-off getaway car spot, if I remember correctly. And we had to take one of Tanya's, I try to remember her name, Tanya's tow jobs had to be dropped off there as well. Now we'll go through and buy a bunch of business properties. I ain't got time to do that in this episode. We'll discuss which ones can be bought. Well, yeah, we want to buy the garage for $30,000. Okay, make sure. Okay, he has a garage, he has a marina, he has a place for his helicopters and airplanes. So, we're fixing to dig heavy into this, into the spending here with Trevor for just a minute. Let's go back into the travel and transport. And we'll buy some of the
Nothing like mindless consumerism to fill the void.
Some of the stuff here.
Man, I love the internet. Porn and retail. Come to Uncle
And
T.
we ain't even really putting a dent in what we
Nothing like mindless consumerism to fill the void.
see if I can buy the nope.
Man, I love the
And
internet.
you see,
Porn
we
and
bought
retail.
6 airplanes
Come to Uncle T.
and helicopters, and we ain't even put a dent in that money yet.
Nothing like mindless consumerism to fill the void.
Okay, I'll come back later and buy the rest of those. Woodstock, we can buy a Marshall. We're American, so we'll get the American flag with red and blue.
Man, I love the internet. Porn and
We don't really want a Dubster. We don't really need the tank, but we're going to buy it anyways because we got the money to do
Come to
so.
Uncle T.
We don't really need the Buzzard, but we're going to buy it
Nothing like
anyways
mindless
because we have the money
consumerism
to
to fill
do
the void.
so. We don't really need the Cargo Bob, but you know the
Man,
story.
I love the internet. Porn and retail.
We don't really need any of those. Let's buy us some boats to go sailing with. We finally
Come
dropped
to
under
Uncle T.
2 bill. But we'll be back at 2 bill before we know
Nothing
it.
like mindless consumerism to fill the void. Man, I love the internet. Porn and retail.
Buy a Jet Max.
Come to Uncle T.
And we'll buy a Sea Shark for when we do the sea races.
Nothing like
So right
mindless
now we're at
consumerism to fill the void.
$1,998,000,000 after we had 2,042,000,000, 24 million, whatever it was. The one thing we haven't gotten is a couple of cars. That ain't where I want to go. Okay, we'll get the T20. We'll have it green.
Man, I love the internet. Porn and retail.
He can have up to 5 different cars that I know where we can put. I still ain't figured out where we can park the cars at in the at the strip club. And we'll get him an adder, why not? They like to spot him in dresses, so we'll get him a pink adder.
Come to Uncle T.
Okay, now I'm going to come back in between episodes. I ain't going to do the mass assassination yet, but we are going to go to Franklin, see if we can sell some of Franklin's stock, some of Michael's stock.
It's always the same drama. People just don't get that this is art. Oh, excuse me.
Okay, market. Oh no, my portfolio. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to sell little at a time. This is gonna kind of bite, but I wonder why it's not letting me sell Michael. This is aggravating. Well, y'all, I'm going to pause this episode here while I figure out why it won't let me sell Michael's stock. And I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and I wound up having to sell very little of my shares at a time. Michael still has 39 million shares in that particular stock, but we're gonna go through and buy Michael a hauler at the airport. Buy him some airplanes and stuff. And I am going to go through Trevor to get Josh Bernstein finished up. Because right now with Michael, we are not going to be able to invest anything as far as money goes
You know
into
how much this car costs?
the next assassination. So or to anything else for that matter. And we still have one more way to increase your funds after the last assassination if you ain't got the 2.4 billion, 2.1 billion by now. So Michael is set for life. He can walk around like Devin Weston saying, "Hey, Slick, it's me." 1.3 million for a hangar at the airport. Let's go in, buy him some airplanes. We don't have him a helipad just yet. I'll do that in between episodes. Buy him one of those.
Fantastic.
Buy him one of those. Oh crap! That ain't a airplane. Buy him one of those.
Man, I love the internet.
Buy him one of those.
Cannot wait.
Buy him one of those.
Fantastic.
Why not buy him a crop duster too?
Man, I love the internet. Cannot wait.
And we've barely used $10 million with all the stuff we've been
Fantastic.
buying for him.
Man, I love the internet.
I think I've already bought that. And I'll come back later and get his airplanes and stuff. But let's go in and see if I can sell more of this stock of his. And I'll probably in between episodes after I buy some things for him, I will go in and sell some more, but see how much does that give us? Not quite back there yet. Let me see if it'll let me sell them all. Nope. And y'all, we still have 34,051,000 shares in this thing for Michael. And if I remember right, this stock does not change. So he's going to be stuck with that money for a while. Let's bounce over to Trevor. Hopefully he's in a, a spot where we don't. He's all the way up in Paleto Bay.
You think you own the road, don't you? You peddling prick.
Messages galore saying all of our stuff has been delivered. No, he's not. Okay, that's good. I thought he was up near Paleto Bay. But now we're going to finish up Josh Bernstein. We're going to need to get in a different car than this, because this ain't going to cut it for what's about to go down. You see, all of our stuff we've ordered is becoming available at our hangar and helipad. Our new T20 has been delivered to our garage.
You only have yourself to blame.
Okay. That's just what I want. I mean, it ain't the car we're going to need, but it'll do.
Come on, my dear. Walking's fun.
What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, hop out while the car is moving, lady. That's smart. What I really need is a faster car.
Excuse me.
Because I think that one will do. Maybe not, but I'll make it do. Because Josh, I want to tell you what's going on right now. Josh has called the cops on us. And trying to get us arrested for arson because we burnt down his house after he told us he wanted us to. And when we get there, he's going to be talking to the cops, and we're going to have to lose the cops. See, the police car is out there.
Just look at my house. He's a goddamn nut job.
Calm down, sir. You can just give me a detailed description.
Thin, sallow, definitely an addict of some sort.
Officers, here he is. This man is insane. He destroyed my house.
Whoa! Hey! No, wait a minute. You asked me.
He's ruined my life. He's a stalker. He's an Epsilonist. Yeah, get him.
Freeze! Hands in the air.
Take him down. Oh, I don't think so.
And now the race is on between us and the cops.
Shit! Two-faced weaselly fuck! You can't hide from Trevor Phillips. I'll find you. You're obstructing the police. Move it.
Once again, this comes to finding the right roads to go down where they're not to lose them. My truck, or Trevor's truck, would have never gotten the job done. We would have been killed before we got out of the... I think I'm heading the wrong way for where I want to go, but that's okay. And y'all, that's it for Josh Bernstein. I know this episode was a little bit longer than what the last handful have been. But in between episodes, I'm going to go through and spin as much money as I can with each character to where I'll be able to invest money into the next stock for the assassination, which is going to be Gold Coast. So, in the next episode, we will be back as Franklin, and we'll be back to invest money in Gold Coast. Like I said, Michael may not be able to do so. But everybody else will be able to invest something. We may not get everything back, but we'll be able to invest something. So, once again, this is James saying thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And come back and join me next time as we continue playing Grand Theft Auto 5. Y'all have a good one.